Welcome to Blind Bourbon and Whiskey Reviews. I'm your host Lindsay and this is John, risking his liver to discover new bourbons.
And here's our next episode of Learn Ya Somethin. So we have an entire counter full of bourbon right now, guys.
Yeah, I thought we'd cross over in a lot more than we did. But
That's good.
we are doing bourbon for beginners, covering every category. Entry level.
With rules.
Yeah, with rules, so readily available. Walk into any liquor store that has a good selection of bourbon. All of these will be on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Affordable, so we had to keep out like Booker's and stuff like that. It made a lot of tough choices. And it has to be a bourbon. One that's not a bourbon, but
It completes all the standards of a bourbon.
it's good enough for us.
And if I'm picking barrel proof anything.
So, this is bourbon for beginners. What are you drinking today?
I'm drinking Angel's Envy out of my nice cup that John just bought me for our anniversary.
They're really big, but I kind of like them
cups.
for whiskey cups.
Yeah, they're really nice. They're
think
stemless glasses that we got at a friend of ours restaurant.
Our favorite restaurant.
It is our favorite, Carolina Low Country. It is in East Grand Rapids. So if you guys are ever out there, please stop in there because I promise you will be amazed. But John and I saw these and we picked them up and I really like them. They're really heavy. They're only $5 and they hold a lot of whiskey.
I think that you could use them more for a cocktail glass, but I don't care.
I like it.
You gonna ask what I'm drinking?
What are you drinking, John?
I don't know, because it's a sample you poured. Forgot what it is.
Like 3 months ago. And then he left it at the camper. And now I'm pretty sure it's an Elijah Craig's store pick, but
It
I don't
tastes
know.
good either way, so I'm just going to drink it to get rid of it.
Oh, okay, well, there we go. So we're going to start out, we are going to start out with entry level and bottom shelf. So this is out of, like John said, we kind of critiqued ourselves a little bit. Some of these would be a little bit different, but
It doesn't
we're going
have
off
to be an
of-
entry level,
yeah.
but
we're going off of what's readily available for you
has
guys.
to be either a bottom shelf or an entry level.
So, I picked Old Forester 86 and Fighting Cock. So I have my dusty bottle of this.
It's a little old. It's not super
Not
old.
super old, but then I have my
This is what it...
my little tiny one too. This
That's
is
what
what
it looks like these days.
looks
Someone's
like
drinking.
nowadays. So I have this one to kind of show you guys what it looks like right now. This is an older bottle, but
We pick up any old label we can see. We love old labels and old bottles.
John, just put this down because this is 100 proof.
Well, that's not even 86.
So we're gonna go off this little guy.
Okay.
So I picked Old Forester and then Fighting Cock. So Fighting Cock is 103 proof. John educated me. I learned me something tonight. Heaven Hill put Fighting Cock out to compete with Wild Turkey's entry
101.
level.
No.
Well,
entry level.
I'm sorry, 101. But they don't have anything else that is Fighting Cock that is
It's
lower
not
proof.
an entry level.
So
It has some age. It has around 6 years, not age stated anymore. But it is bottom shelf. It's $20.
yeah. So
Really
we went
good
with the price point on it more so than what it is.
I'd
But-
go with this over many, many other more expensive bottles.
So these are my two.
So I went with Four Roses, yellow label. I don't have a bottle right now.
And we don't have an empty bottle in
No,
here.
I don't know why.
We'll have to pick one of those up next time we're at the store. Got it.
It's a really good entry level.
Mhm.
I could drink it neat. I don't really love 80 proof, so I wouldn't go for it. But if I was going for an entry level or trying to bring something to a party,
I drink
what is
Four
it, around
Roses.
$20, $22?
It's like $21.99. Here anyway. Remember, these prices are in Michigan, guys.
Or a little bit higher.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Four Roses is definitely a good entry level. They have a really solid entry level. That is my go-to until I fall in love with Old Forester. So,
And my second one actually would be my first one. but Lindsay already took my first one as Fighting Cock.
And we found this little guy a couple days ago. We've never seen a pint hanging around, so we were pretty excited and picked that one up.
So yeah.
So that's entry level. Small batches. So my small batches are broken.
Not broken.
4 Roses and Elijah Craig.
So
I have my little mini dude.
Elijah Craig is just under 30, maybe 28. Haven't bought a fifth in a while, so I don't remember.
I think it's like $29.99.
Yeah, I think it's like 28
or $26.99 or something like that.
Somewhere around there.
So, but it's solid. It's a good. This is what got me into bourbon. You guys have heard it a million times before. John used to drink the old kind of bubbled out ones,
The
which
old label,
we
the
really
age stated.
really wish we can find one of those eventually. But this is what got me into bourbon. So this one's always going to be one of my go-tos. This is my little guy for my little mini bar that I have because we don't have room for the big guy over here. My second one is 4 Roses. I love everything 4 Roses. I don't think they have any juice that I have tried that I do not like. So naturally, I did break a little when you said 4 Roses because I forgot about 4 Roses too for entry level. But as far as...
We actually have them almost all across the board.
I know. As far as small batches go, this one is good
really
for me.
Every now and then you get a subpar batch.
You've had one, but...
Yeah, one, it's this one.
Which is why there's none gone.
Most, I'd say 9 times out of 10 you get a good one though.
Yeah.
It's still good, it's just not great. But this is about $32. Find it a little bit cheaper other places. Mm-hmm. It's a great deal.
So it's a good one.
And you wouldn't even feel bad mixing it either.
No, not necessarily.
Not really any of these you don't really feel bad about mixing.
I'm not going to mix Angel's Envy.
So my small batches, I had a little tough time because there's a lot of them, a lot of good ones. My number one choice is about $41.
And you can tell it's his number one choice.
It is an empty. Michter's Bourbon. It's actually a little bit lower proof than I like. 91.4, it's higher than I thought. So I like 100 plus, 110. This is a very, very good small batch. I'd pick E.H. Ooh, no, I wouldn't pick E.H. Taylor over it.
Got a cat.
Make him fall off the couch.
I think so.
So yeah, $41. Very good. Very, very good. They do stick to the true small batch, meaning they do about 20 barrels. So every batch is different.
That bottle went fast.
Yeah, I loved it. My next one, it's a tough one to pick, but I went Knob Creek. It's in that $30 range, maybe a little bit more, 35. 100 proof, so it's higher. It is very, very sweet, very...
Knob Creek's got something unique going on about them. They have really good juice. It's just good stuff.
Jim Beam puts out good stuff.
Yeah. And it's funny because we're not huge fans of normal Jim Beam entry-level stuff,
Not
but
at all.
Knob Creek is pretty bomb. Okay, moving on.
Single barrel.
Weeders.
If you want to do Weeders,
well,
I guess.
that's fine.
We'll do Weeders.
Okay.
What did you pick?
So I picked Rebel Yell 100.
That's your first choice?
That's my second choice.
Oh. Okay, this bottle did fall out of my car, so if you drop it, you know it's sturdy. Found that out, tested it out for you.
John came in with a very buffooned look on his face, and he said, "That just fell out of the truck. Not the car, the truck." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And all we got is a little scuff mark. So, bravo, guys. You're doing your bottles well.
Not 100% sure this is readily available everywhere.
It's readily available
out.
here.
Yeah, it's readily available here. I can go and get it.
They carry it pretty much everywhere we go. This is just good stuff. We're not huge fans of the 86. I don't mind mixing it, but if I'm gonna drink anything Rebel Yell and I'm gonna drink it neat, it's gonna be a
Pretty
100.
sure it's just higher proof, but I feel like it has more age. And
Yeah, it
maybe
tastes
the
better.
80 is just too watered down. So-
My number one, larceny. My number one would, I honestly think this is my number one. You and I are big fans of larceny. And I am a huge wheat ear fan, and Weller was my baby since John introduced me to it.
But not readily available.
It's not readily available.
Everywhere. And they're
it's
coming out
everywhere.
with a barrel proof.
Ooh,
They're
so
coming out with
excited.
new stuff. I'm excited for the brand in general.
We're so excited for it. It's
Every
gonna
video
blow
we have
up.
to have a cat poop too.
Yep, here we go.
Alright, so my weeders.
You better keep that up here.
Yeah. Don't spoil anything. My number one weeder, Corner Creek.
That little gem.
I want to say it is readily available everywhere, but it's not in Michigan anymore, and I am on a mission to bring it back. I'm going to keep bugging them until we get this back in Michigan. This is super good. It's under $30. 88 proof. They say it's 6 to 8 years old. It's kind of interesting.
It's
And
just good stuff, guys.
my second choice is Larceny. Super good. We went over everything with Lindsay, so we'll just move on from there. Cool story to Larceny too.
Mm-hmm.
So single barrels. What are your first choices in single barrels?
My first choice. Ooh, that's tough, but I'm gonna do this one. This little bugger right here. John has opened many of these. I see 2 of them up there, and I think we have 2 or 3 in our stash. So
Actually, this is the only bottle we have right now.
oh, Lord!
Not always readily available, but it is
right now, it has been
Yeah.
lately.
We had a lull here in Michigan. I heard they didn't order for a couple months, so we're gonna say this is readily available.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say this is readily available because the last 5 liquor stores we've gone in do have it on the shelf.
This is
Again,
very good.
It's Four Roses. It's awesome juice. They know what they're doing over there. They just know what they're doing.
I want to say that's my number one, but I didn't pick it.
Yeah.
I wanted to go with a couple different ones that you just don't hear about,
Mm-hmm.
or they're priced very good. This is the best single barrel for the price. It's $40, 100 proof. Got handwritten warehouse number and barrel
And
numbers
this
on them.
is also one of my favorite bottles. I love this bottle.
This is not a store pick, so this is OBSV, I believe, is the one that's everywhere. Could be wrong on that one. So what's your number 2?
My number 2 is this little buddy right here. Again, I have dramatically fallen in love in the last month with Old Forester. I am pissed that it has taken me this long to try it because I really enjoy it. But yeah, so we have been picking up a couple store picks. This one is a store pick from Party World.
Out on Alpine here in Grand Rapids.
Yep,
I
so-
hear it's a good one. Haven't opened it yet.
Nope. We had another store pick from Repeats out in Holland.
I killed that one last
He
night.
killed that one last night. But this is just good stuff. It's got good color. It's got good body. It's got good flavors.
It's underrated, and I honestly
Yeah.
think it is a very good alternative to Bland's.
Mm-hmm.
Similar.
So
90 proof,
yeah, this is
$40, $45.
we'll be keeping Old Forester stocked in our household
I'm assuming it's like this everywhere, but store picks are readily available.
all the time.
I can go
Yeah.
to 3 different places right now and get a store pick.
We could
that
buy
I
a
know
case of a store pick. I
So
mean,
Repeats has one, Rishi's has one, Party World has one that I know of around here.
I think the one in Hastings had one too.
Megabav?
Maybe
No,
not.
they didn't have it yet. They
Maybe
said
not.
they were getting
They're
one.
getting one. Okay. So that is my
I
number
haven't
2.
had a bad one yet. So.
No, we're gonna keep buying those up and drinking them down
So
because those are good stuff.
These two do compete with those. I went more of a price standpoint on this one. I'll go with my second choice first. Evan Williams, under $30. This is one of the best deals out there. It's handwritten. You got the dates on it, so you can collect dates. It's a little lower proof than I like, 86.6 but it is full of flavor. It's usually around 9 years. This is 8.5 on this one. No, 7.5, 8.5.
Something.
They're starting to go down a little bit in age, but I don't think they're losing quality at all.
7.5.
Man, that's the lowest one I've had. And this is one of my least favorite bottles that I've gotten from Evan Williams single, but I still really like it. I wonder if it's because of that age. So I grabbed an empty of an Evan Williams single that I really liked. I kind of wanted to know if the age was more, but it doesn't look like it. Nope. So
7.5 years too.
age didn't really cut it down. It was just a little off of a barrel. All right, so my first choice is something that I just recently fell in love with. 35, 36, 38, somewhere around there.
Supposed to be 35.
Not even sure how to pronounce it yet. Is it Wathins or Wathins?
We don't know.
Probably should have looked that up before the video. This is 8. I thought it was 8 years old.
It's 8 generations.
I thought this was age stated. Don't know. It does have handwritten on the bottle. It has the barrel number, which this one looks like it's in pencil, so you can't see it. It's rubbed off. The date is 12/5 of 18. This is everywhere too, that I've seen. It's 94 proof. I think I said that. This is one that we just found yesterday, and we were so excited. This was bottled in 9/29/98.
Can you get just a second here? Look at this.
Can't really tell.
Oh, you can't tell in the video. Oh, there we go. Let me put my weight in front of it. Like, see the kind of...
So, I don't know if there's an age difference back then or what. We're trying to figure it out. I really want to open this, but I'm going to wait for now. But this is really good. It actually reminds me a lot of Elmer Tea Lee. Not just because of the shape of the bottle, but it actually tastes like it. It's got that yeasty, delicious...
butterscotchy thing
sweet,
going on for it.
Everything going on.
And I mean, at 35, 36 bucks, it's worth it, and it's everywhere. But like our one guy said, he's like, I order 1 bottle a week.
No one buys it.
He's like, so if somebody buys it, not 1 bottle a week. He orders a bottle. Like we bought that one from him.
That bottle's been there a while
and
too.
He said, you know, I'll order another one, and I order one at a time.
I mean, come on, this one sat on the shelf for over 20 years.
21 years.
How? That don't even make sense to me.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right, so what's next? Single barrel? Or
Single
barrel
barrels?
proof? Bottle bond. We'll do bottled and bond. What's your number one?
Bottle and bond. Oh yeah, slide that sucker over here.
So our number ones are the same.
Our number ones.
This, I mean, it's $20. It's under $20. It's like 18.
Not this one, because
No,
this is a
liter.
This is
this
a liter.
one's like $23.
But holy crap, this stuff is good. It's just good stuff. It's everything you could want.
Yeah.
And it's cheap.
100 proof. It's at 4 years.
Yep.
It's
got great
really
flavor
good, yeah.
too. It's got good notes on it. It's got good smells. I mean, it's just good stuff. Evan knew what he was doing when we were putting that together.
Evan didn't do it.
Well, you know.
Evan's from like 1783, so.
Bring me that one.
So, your second would have been my second, but I went with something different. You went with early times. Brown Foreman, I'm pretty sure. This feels like it has some age to it. 6, maybe 8 years. I don't.
Look at the color on it, though.
It gets a deep color. It is good.
It's good stuff, and it's 100 proof again. I mean, this is the stuff John lives for. He loves these 100 proof.
This comes in a liter.
Cheap,
So
and yeah.
$22 for a liter.
I
Good
mean, you
age,
can't.
good quality, good proof.
You can't beat it. They're doing great stuff.
So that would be my number 2, but I went with a different one because I think they're both very good, both very equally as good. This one's a few dollars more. Old Granddad Bonded. Find it everywhere.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's just me.
It's a high rye. You're more of the wheaters, so that's probably why. It's delicious.
John loves it.
I got bottles everywhere. All right, so now we're gonna get into barrel proof. What? What did I do?
Do you fart?
No. You want me to?
No.
We need another break. And
Oh. All right, single barrels.
if I farted, you wouldn't be asking. You'd be knowing.
I'd be dead.
So, what's your number one?
Oh, that's tough. The fat kid in me is gonna go with this one.
Not a bourbon.
This is the one that's not a bourbon.
But we had a lot of hard choices with this because not many barrel proofs are readily available.
This one is
single barrel though. That's kind of
single barrel proof.
that's good price. It's like $55.
$51.99. I just saw it today. Pretty sure.
I think that's for the 94 proof because I paid $55 for the Eric Church single barrel and that's not even barrel proof. I don't know, but I paid like $30 for this pint or this 375. It's got a good cork top.
I love this bottle.
It's got dates on it. 8
Barrel numbers, bottling dates.
8/15/18.
Right.
I do see this everywhere, even in grocery stores and.
Right. Generic places. So.
Sorry, Jim Beam. I'm sorry, Jack Daniels, for saying the wrong company. Sorry, Brown Foreman. Sorry that I put you in the bourbon list. You are a Tennessee whiskey, but you're on our list. So what's your number two? Your number two is the same as my number two.
Slide that granddad on over here.
This is $32. 114 proof. I'm pretty sure it's a barrel entry proof.
This has been in our possession since I met John.
Yeah, I always have one.
John always has one. And like the other day, we were driving and we went to a place and he goes, I don't think I have one of these. I think I finished it off and grabbed one. And
it's the biggest cork I know.
Yeah.
Not
it's
bad.
huge. Yeah.
So yeah,
great flavor, great smells.
They had a scare a couple of years ago it flew off the shelf because someone spread the rumor that they were discontinuing it. Never did. It's really good in a cocktail. It's not at that price point where you feel bad about doing that. And I just started drinking it neat, and I like it neat.
It's good stuff.
I didn't rate it as high as I wanted to, but for the price, it's there. So check out that video of my review on this one. It's different. It's herbal. It's spicy.
But it's good.
Oaky.
I mean, if you like the different stuff and you want something outside of the typical bourbon, this is something that's
This
nice.
one is, I rated it slightly lower than the Bonded, but I would pick this one first. So my number one barrel proof, barrel entry, full proof is one I think is one of the most underrated bourbons ever, and I was never a big Wild Turkey fan, but Rare Breed is amazing.
This is one of the funkiest looking bottles to me, though.
Yeah,
like
I like it.
Without the cork, it looks like somebody
like
cut its neck off.
Cut its neck off. It looks like a penis, doesn't it?
Kind of. I don't know how many penises you've seen in your life, but
Yeah, we're definitely pouring that one in a glass. Not drinking that out the bottle. I guess Baby Saz could be one of the worst ones to drink out of the bottle.
Yeah.
That long neck. So this is 116.8.
He was impressed with it. We were hesitant to.
It's one of the highest ones I rated blindly, too.
Yeah. We were hesitant to buy it just because neither one of us are really big fans of Wild Turkey. It's not like a Maker's Mark disgust.
I like 81. I like 101 quite a bit. But it's not something I usually keep on the shelf.
No, we don't. I mean, other
This
than
one
this,
is
we
amazing.
don't have any Wild Turkey in our stash.
Russell's Reserve and Kentucky Spirit are some that I need to buy and try. I'm sure they're good.
Yeah. But yeah, so John got this one and he really liked it. And it's very underrated, but it's very good.
Alright, so now on to one of the tougher categories, splurge. Ones that you'd spend more money on, so above 50, maybe above 60. What is your number one?
My number one
is what you're drinking. Big bottle, beautiful bottle.
I was blocking John because this is my number one. I absolutely fell in love with this. I know you guys don't see me drinking neat on here a lot just because
this is a finished whiskey, the only one on our list that is finished.
I'm not a huge... I'm getting in there. But this is one of them. I absolutely love it. The flavors, the smells, everything this has got going on, I'm for it.
I wasn't going to let you do it because it was finished, but oh well.
So
this is delicious.
It's $55. Did it stop?
Yeah.
So it's...
I don't know if we had a glitch or something, but 55.
So it's $55, and it is a beautiful bottle. It is wonderful juice. It does look very light, but don't let that fool you.
I don't know anything about the age on this one, but this has handwritten batch number and bottle number 2. So also gives you an option to write when you uncorked it also.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. So what's your second?
My second is Ocean.
We have a pretty early voyage too. This is 9.
Yep, so this is Voyage 9. As you can see, we've been
low.
enjoying it. I love everything about this. We actually just tried Jefferson's Reserve.
Very old, very small batch.
Yep, this weekend. And man, oh man,
it's good.
Was it good stuff?
I would actually buy that one over this one because it tastes exactly the same, just without that slight brine. It's whatever y'all are doing over there, keep it up. I love it. Because it's awesome. Sourced, but aged to their odd standards.
And it's just good stuff. Like, if you like a little bit of oddball stuff, like we've said before, that's a good one to have in your collection.
Yeah.
So
on to me. My number 2, I don't have a bottle of it, and I've never had it. Only one on the list that we have not had is 1920 Old Forester, Prohibition style. I hear so much good stuff. I don't know why I haven't picked up a bottle. I will be able to get to try it soon. I'm probably going to buy a bottle soon. But I keep getting other bottles that jump up.
Yeah.
We got a store full of Dusties right now that we just keep buying. And
we could go drop $2,000 in there right now if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
My number 1 is Corner Creek 10-year.
On the account, we cannot find Reserve.
Yeah, unfortunately here.
This is very slightly different, and it is just as lovely. So it is $60. It's a little bit more high in price, but it's good juice. It's good stuff. Same thing.
Non-chill filtered, more aged than the Reserve.
So it's got a lot more...
Cooler bottle, prettier, nicer juice. I wouldn't say it's that much more worth the money than the Reserve, but this is definitely worth it. I want more and more, but I want backups, but I see it everywhere, so I'm not too worried.
Look, we get any more backups for our backups, and we're gonna be
we gotta start drinking it.
Swimming in bourbon.
Alright, so this is a really long video.
It is a very long video. We apologize, but we wanted to get something out there. You don't see a lot of this out there for people, and we just we want to educate you guys. We want you guys to know what's going on.
But there's not like the whole every category
what's worth your money and what's not.
And if they do say bourbon for beginners, if they say Weller Special Reserve, and you go out and look, you're not going to find it.
You're never going to find it. You're just not.
Maybe not here at least, so I don't know.
We wanted something that you guys would be able to find that's a decent price point that we can critique or tell you about a little bit.
Please like and share us to social media, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave a suggestion for our next review. Thanks for watching.